Hello everybody, welcome to Starfinder Wednesday. Today we have a very special episode for you. We are going to be playing a live play game of the Starfinder Beginner Box, which happens to release today to retailers everywhere. The Starfinder Beginner Box is an introductory product that is meant to help people with little to no experience in either Starfinder or role-playing games in general learn how to play Paizo's flagship science fantasy game. And today, to avoid any spoilers that you might have for the adventure that comes in the actual box, we're going to be running something that is unique to the live play stream today. Some of the things on the table actually come in the Starfinder Beginner Box. The beautiful map, full color flip map that you see here does not, unfortunately, because it is unique to today's game. However, there is a flip map that does come in the box. The box also includes pre-generated character sheets, which our players here have. If you guys would like to hold those up for the camera. Sara Marie is giving a beautiful grin over there. Also comes with some dice that are here on the table. Comes with some pawns, some bases, player aid cards that we're very proud of that will help people remember what they can do on their turn and what some of the common conditions are during play. And just generally everything that you need to get started. So today we will go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Amanda Hamon. I am the managing developer for Starfinder, and we'll start here.
I'm Rob McCreary. I'm Starfinder's creative director. Today I'm playing Obadiah, the Vesk soldier. Her pronouns are she and her. And Obadiah is ex-military. She's really looking for glory and recognition, but has a strong sense of honor and really likes to fight, because that's what warriors do.
Hi, I'm Sara Marie, and I'm the Customer Service and Community Manager for Paizo.com, and I am playing Quig the Mechanic. I'm really excited to play Quig because he has cheek pouches that he can store stuff in, like a backpack, and I just think that's so much fun.
Hi, I'm Jason Keeley. I am a Starfinder developer working primarily on the adventure paths. Today I'll be playing Keskadai, the Sheeran Mystic. His pronouns are he, him, and he is a priest of Pharasma, the god of death, but will heal you if you're suffering, of course. And he carries around his son with him in a little jar.
Let's call him Keskadad, right?
Keskadad. Bug dad.
And I'm Joe Pasini, a Starfinder developer, and I'm going to be playing Isif, the operative. Their pronouns are they and them, and they are pretty cool. They're a Black Ops operative, an android. They like to jump and shoot, and they have a flat affect, which means they don't really understand emotions, including their own. So I'm excited to portray that for you today on the stream. Sorry.
Oh, perfect. You're already in character, Joe. I appreciate that. All right, so we will go ahead and get started with a little bit of information about what is going on. You are currently in your starship here, and the starship is docked in Absalom Station. And so, Isif, you're the pilot. Do you have a name for your starship that you'd like to call it?
It's the Rusty Adventurer.
The Rusty Adventurer. All right, I like that. That sounds great. So you, brand new Starfinders, have just returned from a mission on Abalon, a city, a planet of neon-lighted megacities with all sorts of intrigue and urban environments going on there. You were on a routine mission to procure some specially manufactured electronics for the Starfinder Society. However, that mission unfortunately went a little bit awry, and you encountered some thugs when you were trying to find these electronics. You fought with the thugs, you were able to subdue the thugs and hold them and turn them back over to the authorities, but you were not able to find these electronics that the Starfinder Society had sent you after. And before you turned the thugs over to the authorities, they told you that some sort of horrifying creature had hired them to cover the path of this creature who was only known to them as Garsk, and they described Garsk as more dead than living. And so you have returned after that, and you have a meeting with the Starfinder Society to debrief basically what's happened and to describe what's going on, so the Starfinder Society can decide what to do next. But you have a couple of hours before that meeting is scheduled. So what would you like to do here on your ship that is docked and in a sort of remote hangar on Absalom Station with your doors sort of open and everything pretty status quo? Obadiah, what are you doing while you're waiting for this?
I guess I will be in Cargo Bay 3 working out and practicing my combat moves.
All right. So you bench pressing some Doshkos. You're bench pressing some crates or something.
Probably crates, yeah,
Some
and then
crates?
practicing some of my Doshko moves and maybe a little bit of target shooting.
Oh, I got it. It's just ha ha ha. Quig, what are you doing?
Quig is going to be in the engine room and just kind of poking around, making sure things are looking good since I'm a mechanic, checking out the engines and things to make sure that next time we have to take off, we're ready to go.
And it is a rusty ship, so
Yeah.
probably is a good thing to do.
All right. Sounds great. What are you doing, Keskadai?
Keskadai will be over here in what looks to be like some sort of common room, sitting at table, Bugson out on the table, and reading him some Pharasma scripture.
That's right. Getting him started early in the church. What a good dad. What are you doing, Isef?
Isef is in Cargo Bay 1 here. The ship felt a little unbalanced while docking.
Yeah.
And they just want to make sure that Obadiah didn't lift some crates and then leave them unsecured last time they were in the cargo bay.
Or shot a hole through the bulkhead.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
So just looking carefully around Cargo Bay 1 to make sure everything's in order.
All right. So you're all just kind of doing some post-mission, just relaxing and checking of everything that's going on. All right, that makes sense. So a few minutes pass while you're all doing that, biding your time, and all of a sudden the loudspeaker system that echoes throughout all of the chambers of the starship starts to crackle a little bit, which is a little bit weird. You had just had it repaired; it shouldn't be malfunctioning, but instead of it going away, it actually gets louder, and you hear all of a sudden, "Hello, new friends!" And the screens that are in most of these areas in the starships, just LED display screens, start kind of flickering, and it looks like there's some kind of like maybe message or writing on it, but you can't tell. It's some sort of strange malfunction. What would you guys like to do?
Get on my personal comm unit and ask Quig anything I need to know about the ship's communication system.
Quig is going to be very confused about what's going on and let Isef know that as far as Quig is concerned, nothing has been changed recently. And I think Quig, if I can go ahead and take some movement, what's like the communication hub on the ship?
So right here is going to be the computer controls for most of these utilitarian type of computer operations.
Okay, yeah, Quig is gonna go over there, which is perfect, already in the engine room, and start looking around and seeing if there's anything weird. I mean, other than the creepy message.
Then the voice. Okay, that's great. We'll come back to you here in a moment. What about you, Keskadai? What are you going to do?
Keskadai is going to stand up and sort of, I guess, mutter to his son, and it's like, that is very strange. And take a step, maybe to go see how Obadiah's doing.
Okay. And
you bring
so,
your son with you?
Quig, we'll go to Obadiah before we tell you what's going on over here at Quig. Obadiah, what would you like to do?
What's happening, Keskadai? So is there an intruder on board?
I am not sure.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right, so you're just trying to talk amongst each other, figure out what's going on. Quig, so you were over here in front of the primary computer console that controls most of the utilities on the ship, and you're tapping away on the keyboards, I assume, right? Mm-hmm. So you are noticing that there definitely have been some irregularities, like that there had been somebody messing with the internal coding of the system. You could get rid of some of those irregularities with a technology check if you'd like to see.
Yeah, let's try that for
about
sure.
that. Okay.
Okay.
So roll your d20.
And I rolled an 18, and I have a plus 10 to my technology, so 28 to fix this
All
stuff.
right, so that is more than enough. You just needed a 20 to be able to just expertly get in there. You see the weird little characters that are showing up, and they aren't language characters. They're clearly the result of somebody messing with additional wiring and putting in all sorts of commands that are incorrect. And so after a few minutes of doing some of that, you are able to get the screens to stop flickering. The comm system is turned off. There's no more static going over the comm system. But the screens stop flickering, and those of you who can see them, you would be one because there's a screen right in front of you. And there's going to be some screens in this kind of cargo area, and probably not all the way back there. but the screen will stop and you will see a message, and the message is just all runs together, but it says danger dead thing, DED, like that's what it sounds like that it says. That's what it looks like that it says.
Yeah, okay, so Quig will let people know on the comms that what he's doing, that he's fixing things, and then maybe scamper over to where Obadiah and Keskadai are, because this is weird, and I don't think Quig wants to be alone right now.
Okay, so you're gonna use your movement to go ahead and
just
get over there.
Here. We're not in
We're not in combat currently,
Yeah,
so we'll let you use your movement. You could sort of take a double move if you wanted. All right, so that makes sense. Now, Isef,
Yes.
you being back there, why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Oh dear. Just gonna ask if I could join my. Oh, that's not great. 10 is my total.
All right. Okay. All right, so, you don't really see anything strange back there. You're hearing on the comms these things. And Quig, did you say on comm that you're going to go join the rest of the group? Okay, so all you know is that your friends have conglomerated into that central area over there.
My coworkers.
Your co-workers. Yes, that's right. No emotions for you.
Yeah, I would like to join them as long as these crates are all secured.
Sure, yeah. You don't see anything out of the ordinary?
Thank you.
All right, so everybody who's in... First of all, does anybody want to do anything else before the next?
With the mention of danger on the screen, Keskai's going to run back and grab his son and attach him to his belt and come back into the thing. Just be like, I'll keep you safe.
Perfect. So protecting your son,
Yes.
I like that. All right, so why don't all of you make me some perception checks? You're in there in that central area. Things seem to be fixed, but you're not sure if everything is...
I like this dice. I got a roll of 20, so I have a 24.
Very nice.
Excellent.
18.
Okay.
15.
15, okay.
26.
Oh my goodness, you guys are very perceptive. All right, and so you all hear a little bit of differing things, just depending on where you're at in the room. Isef, you hear what sounds like directly overhead, some kind of pitter-pattering, maybe, of feet, but it's not anything that's up on the ceiling. You look up there, you don't see anything. It sounds like it's actually coming through the metal that might be on top of the ship, as if there might be something on top of the ship that's making this kind of noise.
Where are we docked right now?
We are in Absalom Station.
I wonder if it's scrappers. Kind of.
It could be. You're in a remote hangar. It's
my
not.
guess.
It's not very well patrolled, so that is very possible. All right, so you hear that. Keskadai, Obadiah, and Quig. So you all hear something similar, but you hear movement coming from this corridor. You hear what sounds like maybe something kind of smacking the side of the hallway. Like maybe it sounds like something running uncontrolled. Maybe like hit their head or something on the side of the hall there. But there's definitely some kind of movement coming from that direction.
Was it moving fore to aft? Or was
It is actually moving back toward this way, yes. And I said the same thing with you. It is moving toward what you know is the airlock area, the way that you would actually access the ship.
So I'm just looking up at the ceiling, like following the noise, and then I guess that leads me to look at you three, who are probably not looking there.
I think Quig is going to be a little upset that it sounds like something's headed toward the engine room. And I would suggest that we maybe, I don't want to say split up, but I kind of do. Like try to have some people go that way and some people go that way to make sure we kind of catch whatever it is and take it out before it does any damage to our ship.
I agree. That's a tactically sound suggestion.
Obadiah, who should pair up with you?
We'll go forward and around the sides. Maybe Quig and Keskadai go out the back towards the engine room and the airlock.
Great plan.
All right. All right, so yes, go toward the directions that you guys would like to go.
Lock and load, people. There's intruders on board. We're splitting up.
Oh, okay. All right, so Isef, when you do that, now you guys both went out at the same time, Isef and Obadiah, correct? Why don't you guys both make a perception check?
9.
16. Slowly improving.
All right. So, Obadiah, you were pretty caught up trying to sweep the area and see if you can clear this. Isaac, just out of the corner of your eye, you see a little bit of movement go around this direction. And you see what looks like a furry little hand, maybe, reach itself around and kind of skitter off toward this way.
Skitter.
Yeah. Making that sort of scampering noise, that same sort of scampering noise that you heard above. But this was certainly in that hallway. This is not, this was in sight of you.
I will draw my tactical baton and tap it to get Obadiah's attention, and then gesture toward the corner.
Okay.
And then I guess head over there at some point.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait
all
for
right.
Oba to join me.
Are you gonna say anything on the comms or not?
I don't want to talk
Okay.
too loudly right now.
All right.
Just in case.
I'm going to gesture that I'm going the other way, just to make sure there's nothing, because they can meet you on the other side.
Okay.
I'm going to,
You're gonna go down the hallway.
You're gonna go down the
Yeah.
hallway.
Clear that. Okay.
All right.
All right. Nice.
I want
if
someone to
you're-
come in from behind us.
Yeah.
You guys can.
You're the tactician.
All right. So while you guys are making those plans, Keskadai and Quig, you guys are both headed toward this control room, correct?
Basically, yeah.
All right. So why don't we have? I dropped a thing. Isef, are you going around that direction?
Move.
Yes. All right. So Isef, as soon as you do that, you see this tiny, rotund, purple-furred little creature with a couple of little makeshift kind of weapons around them, but scampering off toward this direction and isn't actually paying attention to you.
Can I identify that creature?
You can. Would you like to make me a science roll to see if you can do that?
Sure. Well, let's see. 1 plus
Ooh.
7 is an 8.
This is the strangest little furball that you've ever seen in your life. You're not sure what it is, but it doesn't appear to be hostile towards you. However, the noises that it's making as it's running it is certainly the same type of creature that you heard, which leads you to believe there might be another one on the roof, in the air vents, in some other place on the ship.
We have intruders, everyone. Strange furballs. These might be the dead danger things that
The dead danger.
someone was trying to warn us about. I'm on the starboard midsection.
All right. Copy that.
All right, are you guys gonna head toward that direction?
Yeah.
Like, we were heading this way to, like, maybe go into engineering and then just sort of like, what? turn and look.
All
at
right.
This thing coming in the hallway straight at me.
Keskadai, full on, you see this little tiny rotund furball creature with his huge eyes and his little sword that he's clutching in his hands. He's got 6 hands, by the way, that are outwards from his body there. He just looks at you and goes, ah! I'm caught! Oh no!
Stop. Wait. Who are you?
New friend! Hello! We wanted to help! We are helping. Yes? Did you see message, dead friend?
Yes, we saw your message.
Yeah, there's dead coming. Dead things.
What do you mean dead?
It is big. It is scary thing. It has skeleton face and it has big gun and it says attack. You attack. You help.
Can I hear that voice?
You can hear echoing of this little shrieking, but you probably cannot make out the words unless you'd like to make a perception check to see if you can listen closely.
I just want to, I'll just do a little bit. 20.
All right, so as you're paying much more attention as you hear this voice, and at the very end you're hearing helping, words like dead friend and attack, which it doesn't necessarily sound like this creature is hostile to you, but it almost sounds like some kind of warning.
But that noise sounds familiar.
The skittering noise. All right, so this creature is pointing wildly. All of a sudden, he clearly like hears something, or he's much more urgent in his warnings and in his messages, and he's pointing and he's saying, "Dead friend, dead coming for new friends, dead creature, dead thing.
Is it
You need
attacking
help."
the station or the ship?
Yeah, you ship you.
Can Quig poke his head around the corner and ask, do you have other friends here?
yes, Jojo has, Marmot is upstairs, and we all try to help you. We try to tell you that a problem is happening.
Appreciate it. Do I recognize this creature?
Why don't you make me a science check?
All right, so a 15 plus science is 7, so that's going to be a 22.
Okay, so you are very familiar with this type of creature. This is a skittermander. This is a very small, furry creature that they are known for congregating in groups, and they love to be helpful. They are part of the Veskarium. Their culture had been sort of taken into the Veskarium, and so they've propagated throughout the Pact Worlds, and they live to serve other people and help other people, and it is actually very much in the personality of a skittermander who noticed that there was some sort of monster that may be attacking people even that it hasn't met, which would be you, to try to warn you about that.
Okay, so they're known for trying to be helpful. Are they actually helpful?
Sometimes they are, but most of the time they're really not, especially when they don't know the circumstances of the situation.
And it sounds like pretty urgently these dead things it sees
it really does
are coming. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Quig might suggest to the skittermander that they congregate somewhere safe, like maybe in the engine room, and don't do anything, but like if the dead things show up, like definitely warn us. Maybe we could give them a comm. Do we have any extra comms that we could like give them?
You would have those stored here.
Yeah, let's
within the room. There may be some in the back as well. You might be able to root out, but you'd have to go there to check.
I think so. Since Obadiah hasn't seen them yet, I think telling Obadiah on the comms, "Hey, there's skittermanders. What do we want to do with these things?"
What? Get it off of our ship! But I'm going to start running toward Isif.
Does Obadiah think that these are pests?
Obadiah knows that they are pests. And under no circumstances should we allow it in the engine room.
But it's just trying to help it. It warned you about the dead thing, and
Danger, danger!
How about would that room be better?
The latrine.
Like, keep guard of this room here. Let us know if dead things come into the latrine.
Don't let anyone into these toilets.
I think it'd be better to put it outside and let it tell us from outside if something's coming
But
in.
there's ship things on the outside that they could also get into trouble with.
Sounds like there's already one doing that.
How about Cargo Bay 1? It's defensible and central.
And mostly empty?
Is that this one? Here?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember if you said 2.
forgot.
No, this
That
one's
is
3.
That is 3.
And this one, did you mean 3?
I did.
Okay. That's good. Yes.
I'm laughing. Isif is not laughing.
You're out of character at the
I'm so
moment.
sorry.
Skittermander, where is your friend? Now. And where is the dead thing?
You mean Marthma? Marthma on top of ship, get into air vent to warn you, to drop down and show you where bad thing is coming.
So bad things are coming through the air vents?
I don't know.
Skittermanders are in the air vents. Bad things are in the air vents.
Should tell them to meet us in Cargo Bay 3. And come along. We will not harm you.
That mean I helping?
Yes.
You are very much helping, yes.
Okay.
I make no promises.
I like helping.
All right,
That's all
Giorgio
congregates,
will go in that direction. So you're all going
it's gonna,
around.
we'll all go around this way.
So who is making up the back of this procession, right? Because this is a 5-foot corridor there.
That's
Who's
true.
in the back?
Well, it's most likely either me or you.
Yeah. Wait, I'm fine either way.
I was here. We were going like this, so I would have gone up this way first.
But you can move through squares that your allies are in. So you decide.
Happen to be like this.
Okay, yep, Quig's taking up the rear.
Quig is. Okay, so Quig is taking up the rear. Georgia the Skittermander is going with you toward there. Quig, why don't you make me a perception check while you all are making your way in that direction?
That one's not so good. That was an 8 plus 4 is going to be 12.
Okay.
I haven't moved, so I'm still facing in that direction, too. Keeping my eyes on that Skittermander.
Ooh, all right. So, Quig, you're focusing on the Skittermander. You're actually probably a little concerned that Obadiah might be a little bit rude to the Skittermander because Obadiah clearly does not appreciate the helping that this creature is providing you. But while you're focusing on that, you hear what sounds like the opening of the door back this direction.
Guys, the skittermander said that his friend was coming through the vents, yes?
That's correct.
Okay, I think I just heard something else come in through the door. I mean, portal. What do you call it?
Door.
Door works fine.
Yes.
Space door.
Space
if you want to
door.
be technical
Something's
about it.
coming through the space door.
Airlock, space door,
Okay.
what have you.
Shush portal.
The shush portal. Okay.
Oh, well. Should we check it out?
Yes.
All right.
I'll definitely move
Have
in that
a nice
direction.
little,
Anybody who wants to come
comedy
with
of
me.
errors. where you bunch them.
Definitely. Quig will definitely let
We can
Obasiah go
move.
first.
We can move through each other's.
No, but it's a tight quarter, so it's a comedy. We're just sort of like, after you.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Directions to the skittermander as I pass. Cargo Bay
Yes.
3 is down the hall and to the left, your first left.
Don't leave it alone.
So you're asking the skittermander to wait for you in the cargo bay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Guard it.
perfect.
Not just
Yeah,
wait,
guard it.
but guard it.
But guard it.
Oh, Georgia love helping. Georgia good at guarding.
Oh, he didn't follow directions.
Gonna go back there.
It's a skitter.
That's where he went. He totally didn't pay attention.
So I need a captain for the ship. Someone who can give orders that'll be listened to.
All right, so Obasiah, you're headed in this direction.
Is it this door that was opening, or is that door
It
open?
sounded like it was coming from this direction. However, so you're all right. So you're going up there, and so the doors will open for you, right, to accommodate. And when they do, you see a disgusting skeletal undead creature with just nasty, gnarly armor that looks like it, maybe it has been like grave vestments, standing in front of your computer console to your ship. And at this point, I need initiative rolls because this is the creature that the skittermander was warning you about.
Gadzooks.
There's no way I can roll a 1 again.
Okay, I got a 6 plus. Where's that?
All right. Obasiah, what did you get?
22.
All right. What did you get, Quig?
9.
Aww. What about you, Keskai?
17.
Okay. And what about you, Isif?
10.
Really? So, okay.
I know. Have a shot.
Really?
All right.
Oops.
All right, Obasiah, you've got a little bit of the advantage. The creature looks like it was not necessarily expecting you to come face to face with it. What would you like to do?
I will heft my dashko and move into the room to engage it in combat.
All right.
We don't let skittermanders on this ship, and we don't let dead people on this ship. And
All
swing.
right.
clearly
You gonna swing?
We perhaps should post that more clearly in the future. My die hit my die. That is an 8.
That is an 8. All right. So
I'm sure I hit its armor class with an 8.
you unfortunately don't hit anywhere near its armor class, but good try,
This is
Obasiah.
because skittermanders don't help.
You're just
Mark
distracted.
my words.
Oh. Those chaotic little things have just got you so frazzled,
It's true.
Obasiah. Quig. I assume that Obasiah growled and sort of made it clear to her allies that
Dead thing in the engine room.
there's a dead thing in the engine room. Quig, what
I
would you
mean,
like
living
to do?
dead thing. It's not just dead,
Actually,
not doing anything.
it's Keskadai, I'm sorry. Keskadai,
Sure.
what would you
Okay.
like to do?
I will move up as well to about here, so I can get a little closer look at it. And oh gosh, I will go ahead and let's see. Oh no, the range on this is not. This is a little far away. I will then continue to move. I'll move again.
So use the extra move action.
Extra move action to
Yes,
move all the
excellent.
way into the engineering bay.
All right, so you're coming up closer on this undead thing, and you can see the full impact of its bony face and the smell that's kind of wafting off the thing. It's clearly not a fan of bathing, and it's dead, so it kind of stinks.
Also has a skeleton, and you don't have that, so that's weird too.
Some kind of bone thing in here.
All right, so that was your turn because you used your move,
Yep.
and then you did an extra move as your action. All right, so it is its turn, and it just stares you right in the face, Obasiah, because you're hulking and you're trying to intimidate it, right, with your dashko
Yeah.
hefted high, and just looks at you and it says,
Starfinders. Nobody learns of the existence of the corpse fleet
and survives. And it takes out a semi-automatic pistol while it's side-stepping you and is going to shoot right at you, Obadiah. And that is going to be a 22 against your armor class.
Ooh. That will cut through both my ceremonial plate and my scaly hide. That is a hit.
All right. So that is going to do 5 points of damage off your hit points.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So that is all that it can do. Isef.
I've been hit.
I can see it now. Very clearly, right? Through the open door?
Yeah, it is standing right in your line of sight. So for those of you watching at home, there are 2 entry points to this area, here and here.
Seeing its pistol reminds me that I have a semi-automatic pistol, and I will wield it and take aim.
Okay.
It seems like things are going down.
All right.
That's a 8 versus its armor class.
That is not going to hit it
I
either.
can't believe it.
That's what I got too.
Well, that was my action, so I can still move. I'm going to go ahead and move around this corner. 20, 25. And be ready for it to come around the corner and
Perfect.
try again.
All right, sounds good. Quig, it is now your turn.
Okay. Quig now has a view of the skeletal thing down the hallway, and I think Quig is going to scamper down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And that... Okay, I have a question here.
Yes.
So I have a flamethrower.
You do have a flamethrower,
And I really
madam.
want to use it, but would using the flamethrower in a ship, because it comes out in a, it's 15-foot blast,
Yes.
was that going to damage the ship? Like the walls of the ship here?
No, it won't. And those doors are open, so you can get it in there. And let's see, if you do it from here, you will actually not hit your friend Keskadai. So you can do this. And
Or me either, for that matter.
yes, so you can do that.
Yeah.
And for those watching at home, the flamethrower, if there were multiple people in her path, she would make attack rolls against each creature, and the ones that hit are the ones that would take damage.
All right, so I'm
go
gonna blast it with my flamethrower.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 19, so that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That absolutely hits its armor class.
Okay, and that is 1d6 of fire damage and 5 points of fire damage.
All right.
Do you have a fire-related quip?
I don't.
Okay. Me either.
So you unleash the fire hose of your flamethrower and just kind of spray it all around. The thing was clearly not expecting that from a tiny little rat person, and it just goes yeah as it catches on fire. And it looks like it might be afraid of fire a little bit. It's starting to pat itself down and cower a little bit in its space there. Obadiah, what would you like to do now that there's a flaming dead thing in front of your face?
Now things are heating up. I will move 5 feet.
-2 attack for the dad joke. Just kidding. That was a great dad joke.
It'd be a mom joke.
Mom
My
joke.
pronouns are she and her.
A Vesk mom joke.
I will swing my Dashko again. Perhaps the flaming skull of this thing will provide a better target than it did the last time.
It's lit up. Oh no! Try in.
That's a 10.
That is better than last time.
That's
Better than last time.
is unfortunately not going to hit it. I think you're too distracted by it essentially dancing around with the flames, and you
I
just
do like
whiff.
fire dances.
Does it remind you of the ceremonial Vesk fire dance that is performed on Vesk Prime
yeah, sure.
every season? I made that up. Keskadai.
All right. Keskadai will have his hail pistol, and he'll
Excellent.
go ahead and say, "Hey, skeleton, cool off." And I will actually use the Sheeran communalism ability to roll this d20 twice on this attack
make
roll.
sure that you
Since I'm
hit?
within 10 feet. Yes, I'm in 10 feet of an ally. That being Obadiah. Okay. The highest of that was 15.
That is going to hit its armor class.
Hooray!
So roll me some damage
Here's
on this cool off
Here's
flaming
2 points of
Bonetrooper.
cold damage.
2 points of cold
I
damage.
shoot
All
a little
right.
icicle at his face.
I'd like to point out that was a dad joke. And Keskadai is a dad.
Bug dad.
A literal dad
thoroughly,
joke. I like it. All right. So it is now this bone trooper's turn, and let's see, it is going to, it's going to go ahead and try to step back a little bit. There, get a little bit of a wide berth from the baseball swings of Obaziah, who's unfortunately not been able to hit it. But look at you, Bugdad, and hiss at you, and it's got its bony hand that it's waving about, and it's going to shoot at you with that same semi-auto pistol. And it is going to hit. Is an 18 hit your
Sure
armor
does.
class. All right. So it lets off a mighty shot. That's another 5 points of damage to you. As it just starts to laugh in a low husk of a voice. I say, well, you found me, but this might be too easy. Starfinders. Isef.
Is everyone all right?
We're a bit hurt.
Let me help you, my friend. I'm going to move up.
So now we're friends.
Good point. Now we're the bond of battle, etc.
The thugs didn't count. This is
those
real.
Are mere thugs. I will move up to Keskadai there, and then I have a healing serum
All right.
that I will use an item action
Excellent.
to give you 1d8 hit points, if you'd like them.
Sure.
Got it?
Here.
Hit points. Delicious hit points.
4.
That's most of the damage. Thank you very much.
No problem. That's my turn.
All right, that is your turn. Now, Quig.
Thank you, Isaac.
Quig. So
Same for-
I think Quig sees that the skeleton has moved out of range and back further into the little engineering room here, and will take off running down the hallway to make sure that it doesn't escape out of this way.
Ah, good idea.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 25.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right, sounds good. Now, Obaziah, we're back up to you. Got a little bit of space between you and the Bone Trooper.
I had a similar idea, so I'm going to actually run past it to kind of block it off from getting this way, or to try to keep it. And once again, perhaps as I run by, I'll whoosh with the Doshko.
You're Doshko, all right.
Roll.
Third time's a
Come on,
charm.
Tosh.
Go.
Natural 20.
All right, awesome. Why don't you tell everybody what that means?
That is a critical hit, which means I do double damage. I roll the dice twice and add the bonus twice. So that's a d10 plus 3, otherwise known as 2d10 plus 6.
Ooh.
And that would be is that a 9? That is a 9 and a 2. So that's 11 plus 6, 17 points of kinetic damage.
All right.
Good chunk.
Ouch.
All right, so you just put all of the power of your mighty Vesk arms into the swing, and you cleave down on the Bone Trooper. Now, the strange thing is that you would really expect this blow to level even this type of powerful creature.
I would expect that.
You would expect that. But you know what? That's not what happens. What happens is that you hit it, it hurts, it growls at you, but it doesn't fully take the blunt of the force, the blunt amount of trauma that you would expect. Like, it's able to shake off a little bit of that blow.
Frustrating.
Suspicious.
2 more adjectives.
Green.
Now, at this point, if anybody who saw that happen wants to try to learn more about this creature, I will let you do that.
I always like to learn more.
Okay. Science check.
16.
All right.
I prefer to kill.
Okay. Anybody else like to give it a shot?
I prefer to kill.
No, you prefer to kill. Okay. So you know that this is indeed a Bone Trooper, and that it is dead. It is unliving. It has some qualities related to that. They are sometimes known for not taking as much physical damage as other creatures.
I look at my semi-automatic pistol and tactical baton in dismay. Anyone else need a healing serum?
Your roll has just shifted significantly, right? All right. So, Obaziah, that was your turn, right?
That was my turn.
All right. Keskadai.
I'll tell Isaac. I think Obaziah was also injured.
Thank you.
looks like though I am the only one who can to shoot it. I will do a move to there.
Okay.
So I get a straight line of fire.
I just remembered with my coordinated shot ability, I have ended my turn adjacent to an enemy that I hit using the melee attack option, which I did. So all of my allies gain a +1 bonus to ranged attacks until the beginning of my next turn.
All right.
I'm
Sweet.
Excellent. So
I'm going to need it.
Grab a +1. I remembered it.
feel free to add that on your rolls, everybody.
Well, that's a 20 total.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that totally hits him.
Let's see. This 1d4 is 1 whole point of damage.
Yay!
Don't forget your quip.
Chill out. Something I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin.
Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin. All right. So this bone trooper is right in your face, Obadiah, and you hit it really hard. So it's snarling, and now it's out for blood. So it's going to drop sort of that weapon into the holster that it had, that pistol, and it's going to take out a long sword and wave it at you menacingly before it takes a powerful swipe right towards your face. And he's going to...
Dashko right back at it.
You're not scared. All right, so that's going to be a 15 against your armor class.
Wait, where'd my armor class go? Haha, no.
That does not hit. All right. So you were just able to jump out of the way as it just barely almost grazes your belly there.
Scaly hide protects me.
And he is indeed going to, again, try to put some distance between
Stop. You cannot pass.
you guys there.
Wait, stop.
I was like, hey, no, hold on. And the bone trooper is just not paying any attention. Isef, it's now your turn.
All right, I'm going to, let's see if I can run up there. So 5, 10, 20, 25, and administer my remaining healing serum.
Ow,
If you will
somebody's
have
injecting
it.
me. Oh, wait, it's Isaac.
Quick warning, yes, first. That is 2.
Oh, no.
Yay.
All right.
Helping.
You are helping.
I learned something from our skittermander friend.
Thank you.
Co-worker.
I don't think the skittermanders are co-workers.
Not yet. We could use a hand
yet.
securing the cargo on the ship.
All right, so Quig, it's now your turn.
Okay.
You were just able to see the back of this thing's head as it's backing up.
I gotta move, and then I'm in the portalway to see it. So that's 5, 10. And then I will blast it with my flamethrower, since that seemed to work last time, and there's nobody in the way. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1. I'm guessing a 4 doesn't hit.
That is an automatic miss on the attack roll, unfortunately, with the natural 1 there.
What does that look like?
I think
Sing with the flame.
the flame doesn't even come out. He's just like squeezing the trigger for it, and it's just like click, 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 like
It's like a lighter, right? Or it's just like,
A little spark.
come on, not
shaking
again.
it to see if the fuel is inside the nozzle or not.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
All right, so Quig, that was your turn. Let's see. So Obadiah, we're back up to you.
Everybody's in the room, and I do have a reputation as a warrior, so I'm going to move forward and kind of vault over the engine over here. Should I make an acrobatics check?
You should make an athletics check for that,
Yeah.
yes.
Let me go ahead and do that. At 25.
All right, so you easily make you are a big, bulky creature, but you are so graceful, Obadiah.
Thank you.
In that leap.
And as I do, I will say, time to put these bones in the ground. And I'll swing my Dashko
That's a pretty
again.
good one. I like that.
That would be a 19 total.
Absolutely hits his armor class.
Oh, yeah. That's a D10 plus, max damage. 13 points of damage.
All right, and that was with your Dashko, correct?
With the Dashko.
All right, so... All right. Okay, Obadiah. So, Keskadai, now it's your turn.
Coordinated shot, everybody gets a +1 with ranged attacks for this
Right,
round.
don't forget that. However, out of the corner of your eye, you see that same little purple furry creature that you instructed to wait for you patiently back there in the cargo bay, sort of just like duck underneath the consoles over here and head off in the direction toward Isef. You can do nothing if you like. It's up to you, but you see that.
I'll warn Isef. Isef, look out! The skittermander is behind you.
Thank you.
But I will
It's your
then
turn.
step past Isef so I have a clear line of shot.
Obadiah rolls her eyes greatly
On the old.
when she hears about the Skittermander.
What do you expect for allying with skittermanders?
on the old Bone Trooper.
All right.
Again, we'll use my ice pistol.
Excellent. Your ice pistol.
Hey, also a natural 20.
Oh,
Hey,
very
another
cool.
20. So it's just going to be 2d4, a whopping 2 points. Watch it go. No, 4 total.
4. All right.
Cold damage.
You can start working out with me. I'll get your damage up.
All right. So you
I just need a
unleash.
bigger gun.
That's right, you do. You just need to get another, ice canister, another frost canister into there, double-barreled, if you will. So you unleash a frosty hail on the Bone Trooper and connect a little bit better. He starts to chatter, his teeth start to kind of chatter visibly there while you do that. Cascadai, so now it is the Bone Trooper's turn, and he's still got his dueling sword out and is going to continue to try to poke at you with it. And
No
that's
escape.
probably not going to hit you at a 14.
No.
All right.
Ceremonial plate holds firm.
All right. So let's see. He is actually blocked from trying to escape by Quig right now. So he's just going to go over there and see if he can't get a little bit of a better angle on you folks. He's not looking so great at the moment. His arms are not moving quite so vigorously, and he stopped threatening you. It looks like that you guys might be getting the upper hand on him. Isif.
Inspired by Obaziah's space parkour, I also love to jump and shoot, as previously mentioned. So I will do that now.
Okay.
I'm going to backflip over Keskadai.
Okay.
So let me roll my athletics check for that. And do really well. 17. That should do it.
That should do
We
it.
call it more of a horizontal backflip. Well, you can move through friendly
Again,
spaces, right?
you are a pure gymnast,
Yeah.
Isif.
So hop, hop, hop. Lots of flips, lots of great stuff going on.
All right.
And then I will use my trick attack
All right.
feature to be tricky about this. I'll do
Okay.
this stealthily somehow.
Yeah.
It counts.
So, Isif, I'm going to give you an option before you do that.
Oh.
So you leapt over Keskadai, right? And while you did that, you saw Giorgio
As
over
I
there.
left. Yes.
Yeah, he was actually holding something toward you. It's like, take this, take this. And you know what? It looks just like the nozzle of Quig's flamethrower.
Ah, I'll grab it as I flip past.
That's
Can I
right,
do
that's
that?
right. Yes, you can. And
All
just
right.
do beautiful turns in the air with your flamethrower in hand.
And then in that case, when I land, I'll just chuck it over to Quig. Looks like you're missing this piece of your flamethrower.
This is actually a full flamethrower.
Oh, it's a whole flamethrower.
Yeah, this is something
I thought it was
that
the nozzle of
you guys
Quig's
had
flamethrower.
some. No, you guys
I
had
thought
some
that was
stuff.
the issue with the...
No. You guys
goodness.
had some stuff stored in that cargo bay, and he took it upon himself to grab it and give it to you to be helpful.
Well, then I'll use that sucker.
Because that's what he does.
I'll still try to be tricky with it. I think I can do this cone.
Yes, you can, and you will not hit Keskadai if you do that.
Yeah,
Be
nice.
very careful. Carefully lined up. And I'll still try to be tricky about it. So my trick attack roll was a 20, which means
Which
that I
is
get a bonus.
just on the DC, yeah.
exactly. And a little bit extra damage and a little bonus to attack. Plus, oh no, Obaziah is no longer adjacent, correct?
But I ended my turn, so you
okay.
still get it +1.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So it's a +3 total to this
happens
attack,
to
which 2 on the die means I'm at a 9. A 9.
A 9. Oh, you're so focused on
It
trying
clicked
to
again?
make it
This
look
one clicked
cool.
too?
Yeah.
When are we going to get a functioning flamethrower in this shape?
So everything about this
Emotions.
looks picture perfect. You are quite the athlete. However, when you land and you stick the landing and you try to open up the nozzle of that flamethrower, nothing comes out.
I just
You
looked at
missed
Quig
him.
Like, what?
Look at the skittermander.
How does this work?
Skitterman.
Quig, it is now your turn. Are you going to show him how the flamethrower works?
I sure hope so. So can I start the 15-foot cone in this square, or like?
So you can aim it this way and not hit any
Yeah.
of
Okay.
your allies there.
All right. Oh, much better. Natural 20.
All right,
perfect.
everybody.
All right,
You do.
Okay, so that's double damage.
Double damage.
You roll twice and you add any bonuses, which I don't think you have over
No,
there.
no
but
bonuses.
you just roll twice.
So 2d6 of
Yes.
fire damage, and that is going to be 6 points of fire damage.
All right. So what are you doing while you're showing them exactly how this flamethrower
I
works?
said, squeeze the trigger and aim. Or no, aim and squeeze the trigger.
It's a good order. Yeah. Step 1, step 2. Yeah.
You are so worked up with how much force you use to try to make sure the nozzle turns on this time that you just open a blast of flame all over this bone trooper. And just as he's trying to throw down his weapons and say something to you, he just gets hit with a gulf of flame in the face. And that like hissing sound that he's making starts turning to screeching as he just the corpse fleet will never be defeated. He drops down, and you guys have defeated this bone trooper that has infiltrated your ship.
Sweet.
We did it together, each one of us.
It was dead, but not dead, and it was having trouble taking damage. And as Sarge used to tell me, when you're having trouble killing something or you're not sure if it's dead, you can't go wrong with a grenade. So I'm just going to toss a grenade over there as it drops, just to be sure.
You're beating a dead bone trooper, Rob, is what you're doing.
With a grenade, yes.
In the engine room.
You know what? That's
I've mapped
great.
out the blast radius. We'll all be completely safe.
That's totally a wall that, nothing is gonna, I'm sure nothing terrible will
If
happen.
we're lucky, there's a skittermander on the other side of it.
Oh man.
Giorgio can hear you, Obadiah.
Good.
That might be Morthma over there. That might be his friend. All right. You're going to throw the grenade?
Sure. You want me to roll?
Yes, I do want you to
I'm
roll.
going to drop it in that square. That's a 10, which
That
is what I
is-
need to hit with the grenade, so that's good. A lot of smoke in the air. It's hard to see. It's a shot grenade, so 5 points of electricity damage just around, not hitting any of us, but just all focused on the supposedly dead bone trooper.
All right. And so, since he can't move, he's not going to be able to make the reflex save to try
That's
to
right.
avoid some of that damage. So you pull the pin and dink, dink, dink. This grenade just explodes in its arc of electricity. And you see the bone trooper's just skeletal frame start to rattle and shake around as,
See, it's still alive. Told you.
it looks like it might still be alive, but it's clearly not, as the bones are starting to waft up with the smoke from both the flamethrower and the electricity grenade. This thing is not moving or threatening anybody.
I think you got it.
Technically, she did.
Yeah, I was going to
But,
say, thank you for giving me the credit. Appreciate that.
It's the honorable thing to do. I just wanted to make sure.
All right, so
Skittermander might help it come back to life or something. I don't know.
you guys have defeated this creature that has infiltrated your ship and was clearly you don't know anything about it. You haven't looked at anything on the
Well, I feel bad
creature's body.
Au contraire, we know it's a member of the corpse fleet.
That is true. Would anybody like to look through the smoking
Sure.
remnants
I
of
can.
this undead
What do I need to
creature?
roll?
Just look at it. You don't necessarily need to roll anything. Just
Okay.
go through. You're gonna go through his
Yeah.
pockets or
Yeah.
something like that.
Absolutely.
While Quig is doing this, I'll walk over to Obadiah and say, let me tend to your wounds. And I will cast a Mystic Cure spell
On me?
on you. You'll get 8 hit points back.
Ooh, I feel brand new.
There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All
Also,
right.
keep my eyes on that Skittermander.
I'll talk to the skittermander too. Just check in. Thank them for the help.
I helped.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Georgia loves helping.
Take the fuel out of the flamethrower and hand the flamethrower back to it. Could you return this to where you found it, please?
Okay.
He's gonna take it.
No. We're not letting a skittermander run
He's
through our
taking
ship
it.
with a flamethrower. I just Quig wills to be like, oh, I could use that and take it, say, I got it, don't worry. What would be super helpful is if you could take this dead bone trooper to the Absalom Station authorities.
Okay, that's what you're gonna ask him to do. All right, so you're
With his friend.
You're going through his pockets and things, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want, you do find a charred, what looks like currently a non-functioning comm unit
Okay. I'll
on
take it, yeah.
him. You're gonna take that? Okay. All right. So and you're asking George or the Skittermander.
Take your friend, take your other skittermander friend, and take the body away,
Brilliant.
and don't come back.
All right. So he starts shouting, "My mom, we can help now, okay?" And you see another Skittermander kind of come through that was clearly kind of cowering back here, probably was watching the whole thing. And they're going to very comically try to grab the clothes of this bone trooper, the armor of this bone trooper, and try to just drag it every 5 feet over and go,
You
it
dropped
goes
a bone.
that way.
You dropped a bone there. Yeah.
Just holding excess bones in their extra arms.
The skull rolled off there. Grab that.
We're helping.
Gruesome.
We take all of them.
All right, so you're sending the skittermander with the
I'm
bone
going to
trooper.
escort them to the airlock.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you're helping them make sure that they actually get off. You're helping them helping.
Sure.
Okay.
By watching them to make sure they get off the ship.
Quig, would you like to make a technology check to see if you can get this
Sure.
back to a
Give
functioning?
that a try. That's going to be an 11 plus my technology is 10 plus is 21.
All right, so that is just enough for you to be able to just reconfigure it with your toolkit that you've got there to get it to turn on. And you're not able to access everything in the comm unit, but you do see the last couple of transmissions that it had received, the last couple text-based transmissions that it had received. And there's a little bit of encryption going on, but you're able to make out that the creature was asked to take out the group of scoundrels that had thwarted the plans to get the electronics to basically keep you guys from following the corpse fleet and learning anything else about the corpse fleet. It seems like that they didn't want any kind of witnesses to what had happened on Avalon. And the creature is being addressed as Garsk, that same creature that the thugs said hired them.
So good news, they don't seem to know who we are. Bad news, they did send somebody to kill us.
Doesn't that mean they know who we are then?
No, they just said a group, so they don't know like Obadiah and Quig and Asaph and Keskadai. They don't know specifically who we are. They just know that they want to kill us. So that's the bad news. Good news, they don't know who we are. Gotta always look on the sunny side.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything to wrap things up here?
Well, it said that it was here to keep the corpse fleet a secret. So I was going to do a video post to my Our Space page about that.
Perfect.
But if they don't know who we are, that may not be the best idea.
I mean, you could still take a comic video of skittermanders carrying a dead bone trooper through Absalom Station. Like, just follow him discreetly, and they won't know post it as an anonymous video somewhere.
I guess I really wanted to spread the word of the corpse fleet, but yeah, I can do that. I'll follow the skittermanders throughout. Hey guys, Obadiah here. Just watching some skittermanders. It's my followers. They're already going to know me. Just watching some skittermanders carrying a bone trooper through Absalom Station. Thursdays.
All right, and so while you guys are all doing that, the calendar app of your personal comm unit starts to ping.
Whoops.
And is the Starfinder Society
Oh, wait, that's good.
your reminder that you need to meet with them. And so you have now more things to report to them than you previously thought from your mission on Avalon. And you have all been successful in this stream exclusive episode of Starfinder Wednesday with the brand new Starfinder Beginner Box that is released in stores everywhere today. So for all of us here at Paizo, I'm Amanda Hamon, Starfinder Managing Developer.
I'm Rob McCreary, the Starfinder Creative Director.
Sara Marie, Customer Service and Community Manager.
Jason Keeley, developer.
Joe Pasini, developer.
Thank you all for joining us, and we've got lots of cool programming coming up after this.
And thanks, Amanda, for running the game.
Yay!